Good morning, this is Deepak. Today I'll be discussing about production potential, that is, your ability to accomplish results. Everything you want, everything you desire to achieve, everything you want to receive is uphill. The problem is that most of us have uphill dreams but downhill habits. Downhill is easy. It's like feeling the effect of gravity which continually pulls us down. You can slide downhill in your sleep. A downhill lifestyle is characterized by unintentionality, complacency, inconsistency, and excuses. Uphill is hard. Moving uphill requires intentionality, energy, determination, hard work, and consistency. The right thing to do and the hard thing to do are usually the same thing. I want to challenge you to become an uphill climber. If you won't do it for yourself, will you do it for your family and friends? The life you choose for yourself doesn't begin and end with you. What you do influences others. First, you need to own your past and current level of productivity, whatever it is. Next, you need to learn to embrace uphill practices and habits that will help you to increase your capacity. I want to help you with productivity. And I am going to give you an example of a person named Paul Martinelli. Paul grew up in Pittsburgh. Paul used to say, "We grew up poor and we knew we were poor. We felt it every day." Nobody gave Paul much of a chance because he had speech impediment. That is, he was disabled. His friends made fun of him and called him stupid. Paul started working by delivering papers, collecting bottles, selling light bulbs door to door. He did whatever he could to make an honest buck to help his family. At 15, Paul was pretty discouraged with school and decided he'd rather just work. He joined Guardian Angels, a group of citizen volunteers who patrolled the streets to discourage crime. He was so good at recruiting and fundraising that he soon became the number 2 man in the organization and traveled the country with the founder, Curtis Sliwa. At 22, he decided he wanted to start his own cleaning business at your service and grew it into highly profitable business. While he was learning and growing, Paul decided that he wanted to help others become more successful in their careers. He, within months, became the most successful entrepreneur in the network of speakers while still running his cleaning business. He joined John Maxwell team and he led thousands of coaches to climb with him. He had the ability to produce. The story of Paul is remarkable. It illustrates the power of perseverance and productivity. Paul's principles can be applied to anything you want to make happen. Let's look at some of his ideas. Visualize the perfect outcome. Do you have a vision for what you want to accomplish? Have you created a mental model of perfection for what you desire to achieve? Put as much detail into it as you can. Will it actually be perfect? No, but that idea is where you need to start. When you want to accomplish something, you have to have a vision for that you're trying to do, but you also have to be willing to take action. Most people want to start with one bold, sudden leap. They want a big start, a quantum leap. But Paul points out there are few quantum leaps. If we are willing to take one small step, 10 small steps, 100 small steps, then we may have a chance to make a leap later. And you don't achieve these unless you are willing to take the first uncertain step. Fail fast, fail first, and fail often. To be productive, you have to be willing to fail a lot. Ask yourself what you did that got you closer to your vision of perfection. If it did, it's a win. If it didn't, then look at what did work, make adjustments, and try again immediately. Are you willing to fail? Are you willing to fail repeatedly? Are you willing to learn from what didn't work? That's what will be required for you to blow the cap off your production potential. How long do you stick with something to make it work? And how hard do you work at it while you're doing it? Do you stay focused? Here's the thing, you need to learn from Paul's example. He initiates many tries at one thing, not one try at many things. That's an approach anyone can adopt regardless of talent, intelligence, resources, or opportunities. Take inventory of your skills and resources. After about 2 years into his cleaning business, Paul hit a wall as things were not working. Paul didn't know how to navigate himself out of his problem. So he started to think about himself and his skills. He realized he needed to grow. If you are not growing, Paul says, you're not living at your full capacity. If you want to be more productive, you need to take charge of your own productivity. Stop doing what you are not great at doing. You will drastically increase your production capacity if you stop doing what you are not great at and instead focus on what you do best. Tune into your team every day. That's important because Paul recognizes the importance of the team. Every day he calls somebody to check up with them or drops into their office just to chat. He pays attention to his team's social media. He wants to know how they are doing. You got to know the vibe of the tribe, said Paul. So I would want you to maintain and develop relationships and add value to your team members whenever you can. If you want to be productive, you need to develop a team. Connect with the team members and keep adding value to them. One of the things most interesting about Paul is that he doesn't see decisions as right or wrong, good or bad. He judges only whether or not they move him and the team forward or backward in the journey towards his vision. You will reach your production capacity if you are willing to make decisions. If you develop the habit of making quick decisions, One interesting thing about Paul is that he doesn't see decisions as right or wrong, good or bad. He judges only whether or not they move him and the team forward or backward in the journey towards his vision. You will only reach your production capacity if you are willing to make decisions. If you develop the habit of making quick decisions, try new things, and judge whether or not they take you forward, you will be more productive. Productive people are always working to become better and to find better ways of doing things. The place where today and tomorrow meet is where you can create positive change. The only time you really control is now. You can't change yesterday. You can't control tomorrow. But you can choose what you do today with the goal that those choices will make things better tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day.